Awesome.
And hey guys, this is Tim and Nick from Pro Wrestling Unlimited with the weekend edition of the Pro Wrestling Unlimited podcast. What's going on, Nick?
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a nice little Sunday edition of the podcast. Because we never sleep, we never rest.
People starting to roll in the chat now. We've got Gertram Narang. The big dog is here.
The big dog!
Your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler is here. What's going on? What's new?
I wonder who my
Nicole
favorite
Lane.
wrestler is.
All right, so I guess there's two really big stories that came out this weekend. The first one, the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight. Of course, that's the biggest story of the weekend. But another story that's almost just as big is this whole sexy star TripleMania Rosemary thing. But I think, let's talk Mayweather McGregor first. What did you think of the fight, Nick?
Okay, so I'm gonna be straight up right now. For a guy that's never fucking boxed in a day in his life, to go in 10 rounds with one of the greatest boxers of all time, no matter how hard Mayweather was going at the beginning and how hard he went at the end, no matter what, he still went up there against him and he did pretty damn good. He shocked me. I didn't think he would last that long, even though I was like Conor in 4. I knew he wasn't gonna win, but I'm very, very glad that Conor went up there and fought. It ended up being pretty good.
Oh yeah, I thought it was a really good fight. I mean, you can tell early on Floyd Mayweather kind of had a strategy as far as feel him out, don't be too aggressive early, let him tire himself out, and then we'll go from there. And Floyd said that. Floyd said that his plan, him and his dad came up with the plan of, you know what, just feel him out. If he tires himself out, great. If he doesn't, we know that we've got the power. Because even though a lot of people were trying to say that, oh, well, McGregor has the power because he's the bigger man. But here's the difference. McGregor would have had power if they were MMA gloves, because those gloves are different. He doesn't really know how to really fully throw. I mean, he may be, better now that he's been training, but Mayweather's got 21 years with boxing gloves, with heavier gloves, so he knows how to throw those kind of punches. Plus, you see Conor trying to throw all them hammer fists to the back of Mayweather's head.
I thought that was cool. I thought it was funny. I didn't care too much.
I just thought it was funny as the referee would have to break him up, and almost every other time he'd be telling Conor, watch the back of the head. You can't do the back of the head.
Well, I mean, you got to figure the ref was going to be super lenient with the rules in this match. Is my mic okay?
There's a little bit of a static, a little bit like you're moving it around or something.
Is it better now?
Yeah. I mean, it's only happened once or twice.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I definitely did think that the ref was going to be super lenient in this fight, because how do you not be lenient with a guy that's never boxed?
Did you see the post-fight press conference?
I did. You know they're best friends. You know they're best friends.
Well, they asked about the referee thing. They asked Mayweather. They said, hey, do you think the referee was a little too lenient on Conor as far as the boxing rules? And he said he went in there knowing that Conor may not know 100% all the rules. Like, he may try one or two things that the referee may be like, hey, I'll give you an extra warning for. And the referee, I think, might have. But Mayweather said he knew going in the referee may be a little more lenient than he should have, just because of the fact that Conor may not, he may accidentally do something that he then second guess, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, and give him an extra warning.
Yeah, I mean, I think the referee did a fine job. I think, I'm going to give a hot take here, I think stopping the fight where it did stop was probably also a really good idea, because McGregor hadn't thrown a punch at that point in a minute.
Right. I mean, you could argue, hey, he should have let it go the last minute to the end of the round. But at the same time, Conor wasn't defending himself. Yeah, you can say, well, Conor didn't have his hands up for 95% of that fight anyways. He even put his hands behind his back at one point.
Which I loved.
Yeah, the tongue out and all that stuff.
It was fun. It was a good time. It was a good fight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I mean, Conor made upwards of 100 million. Floyd made 300 million.
You know that they're best friends, right? You obviously have to.
Here's
Supreme Bree, what's up, bro?
Here's the other question. Do you know who Stephen A. Smith is from ESPN?
Yeah, I based my hot takes off of his goddamn segments.
Okay,
he's the reason I do it.
I want your opinion on what he said last night on SportsCenter.
I agree with him.
About the whole, he said, Mayweather can say he's 50-0, but it shouldn't really count because Conor is not an actual fully trained boxer.
Exactly. I absolutely agree.
And a lot of people have been going back and forth on that since the end of the fight. Hey, he's 50, he won 50 fights. At least Conor's a trained fighter. They put quotes around fighter, MMA, boxing. There's big differences and stuff. Combat fighter, though. And then there's the other side that, probably the Conor fans. Oh, Floyd shouldn't count this. He beat Conor McGregor, but Conor didn't have his rules. It wasn't totally fair for Conor. And I've heard a lot of that today, too.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey, if you guys want to call in and give us your take on what you guys thought of the fight, what do you guys think of either competitor?
Let's
call
see
in.
What you guys think about Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather?
You cannot say the word Mayweather, can you?
I guess not too many syllables, I guess.
It's three. It's
three.
Fucking 3 syllables.
Well, if you do want to call in and talk about that fight, the phone number is on your screen. It is 559-475-8473. I think you saw this, Nick. You already got a hashtag Nick the Heel.
I know, I already did. Hey, question. How come you can say Pro Wrestling Unlimited, which is 8 syllables, but you can't say Mayweather?
Hey, now.
You're an all-star.
I say Pro Wrestling Unlimited multiple times a day. I got practice.
That's very true. Looking at some people in chat. What is going on, Robert? Kathy, welcome back to the stream. The Coffee Express. Are you related to Joe Coffee? H-Town. We got Louis Barreto in here. I'm going to be talking a little bit of Oscar later on. I just got an email for some odd reason. I always had Mayweather to win, says Supreme Bree. Well, aren't you just a smart individual? Do we have any calls?
Not at the moment.
Why are you guys not calling in? Call in.
The phone number is 559-475-8473.
Do not be afraid. We're gonna try to take we're gonna try to take a lot of calls tonight and read a lot of chat comments. It'd be a fun little weekend stream. Do you consider Sunday the start of the week or the end of the week?
I say end.
I say start of the week.
Why?
Because I don't know. I've always been brought up knowing that like a week starts at Sunday, it ends at Saturday.
Well, yeah, on a calendar, but I always had the mindset of if Sunday's the beginning of the week, then why shouldn't you start? Why shouldn't you be at school? The weekend should be the end of your week. Hence week end. Saturday, Sunday.
Right, but Sunday. Oh, you're right.
That's how I've always thought of it. If
I never went to school anyway, so
if Sunday's supposed to be the start of your week, then why is it on the week end? But we got a caller right here, so let's take this call. And add her to the call. And caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
I agree. Good question.
I didn't even catch that.
I don't even think he made a sound. Is Mayweather a billionaire now? Probably. Conor is an MMA.
Mayweather's already worth over $1 billion. I'll tell you Mayweather's net worth right now.
And while you do that, Conor is an MMA fighter. He don't know how to box. That's what training is called. End of the week. I work Monday through Friday though. Any word on Big Cass, and if so, how many? If so, any timetable out for sure? 6 to 8 months. It's usually how it goes for that kind of surgery. My dog got arrested today for playing with his balls. How dare he?
What? But yeah, the Big Cass thing. They did the surgery. Everything went well. Carmelo brought him Starbucks and pizza, and they're saying May at the latest.
Hey, what?
Huh?
That was a joke. Never mind.
Oh, and he's feeling like he's gonna miss Rumble, miss WrestleMania, and then try to just come back as hot as he can.
Okay, so I heard someone say this, and I'll do this really quick. Someone just put his right info on the Shane versus Ovens. It's kind of insane that Shane McMahon wants to fight an oven. People are saying that Enzo's gonna win the fucking cruiserweight title. Big Cass is gonna come as the world's biggest face, and they're gonna get back together.
Well, if so, that means Enzo's gonna have to hold that title till next summer.
That also means Enzo has to hold the title.
Yeah, I really don't think they're gonna give Enzo the title.
Alrighty.
But,
Calling it
Mayweather's net worth
$12
as of August 2017. Bankrate.com says he is worth $400 million, but that's only his personal net worth. And that's not if you add in all his Mayweather promotion stuff as well.
That is insane. Yeah, Mayweather's promotion was literally plastered.
You know what Conor did? Conor started his own little promotion thing. because he's smart. At 28 years of age, he's smart. He started his own business because apparently when he gets paid for his UFC fights, they go through the business and then he pays himself. That's less taxes he actually has to pay because he's doing it through the business.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. Both those guys are just geniuses, honestly.
But for Conor to see that at 28 years old, that's pretty smart.
I mean, he went from cashing welfare checks to cashing 60G checks from Dana White.
Oh yeah, but everyone says that Conor likes to spend money, so
Enzo versus a cup of bleach.
Oh Lord.
I think I agree. Mayweather isn't worth the pocket lint in my work pants. I mean, dude, in all honesty, as much as I may not like him, I won't deny that he's a great businessman.
Oh yeah, let's take this call.
Let's take this call.
And caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Oh, hello for a second. I was washing dishes, listening to you guys. Let's see if I answer. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's going on?
What you guys... I see that your guys said y'all like the fight. I'm sorry, man. I would rather have watched Power instead, but that's all right. But anyway, yeah, what I was going to talk to Nick about. Nick.
What's up?
I just want my residuals. When you start making the T-shirts for Nick the Hill, you know, I'll be looking for my check in the mail. But
all right,
all right. Those shirts will be up tomorrow.
Yeah, because wrestling was a slow week in wrestling. But what do you guys? How does this No Mercy thing shaping up? Because I'm actually going to it, so
Actually, I was thinking about heading down there too. Only 4 hours away. I'm not 100% sure yet. It's in L.A.
Go actually.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna be there. I got the tickets. The kids are happy, and everybody. The kids are happy, and we're gonna be wearing our Bullet Club shirts like we did at the Raw thing. When they had Raw at Staples Center, we went and bought our Bullet Club shirts and wore them there.
I'm really excited just knowing the main event of No Mercy already, because it's something that I think will be nice, and I think it's clear that Braun will not lose. At least he won't lose cleanly. It's going to have to be a double knockout.
Exactly.
It'll have to be a DQ, a low blow from Lesnar, because he's no secret to do that. I think it's going to be a fun pay-per-view, as long as the other matches aren't as long as they're not SummerSlam caliber matches. You know what I mean? Those kind of matches that are boring, that lead you up to the main event. I think they should all just be good matches. Maybe the one before the main event can be, no disrespect, but a women's match, because those are usually the matches where the crowd can kind of calm down. We don't get too many pops. I don't know why I had a time saying that.
Yeah, but since I'm gonna be there in live, I can't get up and go outside or something. I gotta actually sit through it. So
and you also gotta remember, tomorrow on Raw they're doing Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss for that championship.
Again?
Yeah, because Alexa gets her rematch, and for some reason she wants it on Raw and not wait till the pay-per-view.
Okay, now that's what I want to ask you guys. I mean, I think one of you guys had made said that you could see Paul Heyman doing switching to another wrestler after Brock leaves, even though he claims that he's going to leave when Brock leaves. Because I thought him being his manager was kayfabe. I mean, does he have any actual investment in Brock?
Well, I know when Brock was in UFC, every time they did the video packages and stuff, Paul Heyman was always there. I know saw one thing when they did the Shane Carwin fight. Paul Heyman was there coaching Shane Carwin on how to act in interviews, how to act on the camera, because Shane Carwin had never really had a fight of that caliber, so he wasn't having the cameras on him all the time, doing all the video packages. And Heyman was there helping UFC and the fighters, be professional and do the best promos and stuff they can.
Yeah, I mean, Paul Heyman, but you got to look. Paul Heyman will go to the highest bidder. He's easy to pimp out, so but it is what it is with that.
Is Paul Heyman the greatest manager of all time?
Another thing I want to add, because I know I'm not shunning you, Tim, but Nick is one thing about you is that you and I have one thing in common. We both love Cornette, right?
I love me some good old Jimmy Cornette. I love that guy. So many reasons behind the hot take were inspired by him.
But how do you feel about him going to Impact, whatever the hell it is this week?
I think they're absolutely trying. They're absolutely doing everything they can to get get what they paid for. You know what I mean? They're doing everything they can to get what they paid for from him. So you're gonna get a lot of backstage segments. You're gonna get a lot of Jim Cornette for while he's contracted. I think it's fine. I think at this point GFW just needs to. They're like the 2013 Astros, where they're slowly building, and you can tell something good's going to happen, but it's just going to take a little bit, and people have to their core fan base needs to stay, and they'll be okay. I think GFW is going to be totally fine, honestly.
Well, here's
and that's the thing about it. It's like when it was on TNN, and I just cut you off, Tim. I'm sorry.
Not a problem.
I did the Lorena Bobbitt
Go
thing.
for it. Go for it.
No, I was just saying. It just reminds me of when I think it was TNN or Spike or what? Yeah, it was on Spike I think they were on Spike, and I think that they had a little resurgence until they did that Montreal Screwjob remake thing.
Oh God,
which was just awful. But I think that they're going to have a resurgence, and if they can get the right people behind them, I have a feeling they could be some competition to the WWE, but just not right now.
Right.
Yeah, there's a possibility. I
think you're not going to... Oh, sorry, Tim.
I know one good thing about Cornette being there now, opposed to when he was there before, he no longer has Vince Russo writing his stuff for him.
Of course he doesn't.
Because before Vince Russo was writing...
that I never even thought about
before,
that.
when he was the general manager or the commissioner or whatever, Cornette had Vince Russo was he was head writer. He was writing everything. And so Cornette had to go with whatever Vince Russo was writing. But now, since Vince Russo ain't there, Cornette's got more reign to do what he wants. Plus, he also said on his podcast that he's not a full-time employee with GFW. He was actually contacted personally by Anthem and is only going to be brought in here and there. He's not going to be like every single week, every single day. He's just going to be there from time to time. He's not a full-time on the roster.
Yeah, but I mean, the good thing is, his friendship with Bruce Pritchard could make something even more long-term.
True, very true.
It'd be nice.
All right, guys, I'm not going to hold you guys up, but I just wanted to just get his views on that, because I was like, man, as soon as I found out about it, because I'm actually starting to watch GFW again. So
right.
Maybe we'll start doing a little bit of a GFW show.
Maybe. I was thinking about we'll just talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, talk about doing the podcast.
We'll
do a special show for that.
Quick little recap thing. But I did hear the stuff this past week was good.
Yes, it actually was, and I was really surprised by that. I was really, really surprised about that.
They're starting. They're starting to do the whole MMA versus wrestler kind of thing.
But I'm not gonna lie, I was really surprised at how. I'm not gonna say the show was great, but it was better than it has been.
Right.
Even though I've always been saying that I'm gonna give up on Impact or whatever it is now, I've always found myself watching it or putting on the DVR to watch it later. So I've never really completely gave up on it. But in the same token, I mean, it's not a priority, but. It's actually, I'm actually looking forward to it now because this last show was actually pretty decent, and I'm thinking that they're going to be on the right track now.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Robert.
All right, you guys take care, and I'll be looking for my check in the mail, Nick.
Absolutely, you will see that next never.
All right. Night.
All right, you guys take care.
Tim, got a question for you.
Nick might have an answer.
Worst pay-per-view name.
Name?
Yep.
Worst pay-per-view name would probably have to be... Ooh, that's a tough one. I don't know if I can think of it off the top of my head. I mean...
Because I asked Tat, we've got Taboo Tuesday, December to Dismember... Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, Fatal 4-Way was a pretty off-the-wall kind of one.
Gotta Nick, so when are you actually going to win in 2K17? When the internet decides that it wants me to win.
Yeah, there was some pretty bad lag.
At Nick the Heel, at Babyface Tim. Guys, let's be for real. Oh my god. the whole Adam Cole thing and his team is such a good thing for NXT. It makes them the Shield 2.0 just due to the fact that they'll be unstoppable. I'm not gonna say that they're unstoppable because they can definitely be stopped. And I actually have a little video in the works about Adam Cole, baby.
Yes, sir.
So what other we got? Hashtag
right.
any GFW shit. Great Balls of Fire.
Well, I mean, GFW's tied into my next topic because of Rosemary, who works for GFW, who is, I guess they have a partnership. I don't know how well that partnership's going to be now, but they have a partnership with AAA. And last night at the AAA...
Like the car company?
No, like the wrestling company, Lucha Libre in Mexico. Anyways,
why did you say Lucha Libre? Then you said Mexico.
I don't know. But that's the name of their company, AAA Lucha Libre. Anyways, so last night was TripleMania. It's their version of WrestleMania, their biggest show of the year, and it streamed for free on Twitch.
Which is fantastic.
Now, unfortunately, unless I looked incorrectly on Twitch today, the replay is only in Spanish, not in English. They didn't put the English version up on the replay. It's all good because you can still go watch that amazing Johnny Mundo ladder match. That was probably my favorite match. That match, the main event was pretty damn good too. Dr. Wagner Jr. versus Psycho Clown, mask versus mask. If you haven't seen it, spoiler, Dr. Wagner Jr. was unmasked, and we did find out that he actually is a 52-year-old man with a big gray beard. Anyways, there was a fatal four-way women's match. Sexy Star was retaining her title. I think they call it Reina de Reina, or Rey. I don't know how they say it. It's their women's championship. And the end of the match was supposed to see Sexy Star go for well, it saw this, but it was supposed to be Sexy Star going for a cross arm breaker or just a normal arm bar on Rosemary for the victory, but instead, for some odd reason, Sexy Star thought it'd be cool to throw a real arm bar on Rosemary. Nick, have you seen the video of this yet?
Yes, I have.
Yes, well, she puts that arm bar in, and she just starts, like, literally yanking. Like, not like pro wrestling yanking on it, like with all her gosh darn might. You see the referee literally trying to pull her arm apart because Rosemary's screaming in pain, tapping out, and Sexy Star is even harder pulling on it. Apparently, Rosemary may have, she's going to get more tests when she comes back to the United States. She may have a dislocated elbow, or swelling of the elbow, discoloration, and she may even have a tear in her tricep because of this. Because Sexy Star thought it was cool to, go into
murder
this, as they say, quote unquote, go into business for yourself and shoot during your match.
Which I don't like that term, shoot during your match. I don't like that. But beside the point, Sexy Star was absolutely in the wrong for doing this. That's just not professional of you.
No.
She won't face any repercussions. Probably not. But that is just... Go ahead.
I mean, Vampiro, who's their booker, made her go apologize, but he, quote unquote, made her go apologize. Not like he said, hey, you should, and she did it. No. From what I heard from PW Insider, he walked her to Rosemary and said, you need to apologize.
Which that is an absolutely childish thing to have to do for another person.
Yeah, and all the wrestlers who have commented on this, which are a lot, are all on Rosemary's side for sure. Everything I've seen.
And well, I don't know why Sexy Star did it. In all honesty, Sexy Star, you're not that good. I don't think. Maybe this was just maybe she's pissed off that her name isn't that big and she wants to. She's like, you know what she is?
What?
She's the Danica Patrick of wrestling.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
She is only liked because she's a woman in that sport, and she's doing all of these things. Like, Danica Patrick is the NASCAR's blue screen of death, where she's getting, this will make sense. Let me explain here. Danica Patrick gets these fucking, deals with commercials and all this stuff just because of the fact, like, she's a female race car driver. She's doing something.
Not as much recently, I would say, though.
Exactly. That's my point. Sexy Star was like that. She went into Lucha Underground. She put on mediocre at best matches. Every single match that has ever been produced on Lucha Underground is a mid-card WWE match at best.
Not every. I would not say every.
But in there, she maybe started to fall off and maybe hated that and needed to go out there and maybe seem like a legitimate badass. Who knows?
True. I know her husband is some big time. I don't know if he still is a boxer, but he was like a big time boxer in Mexico. But it has pool with like every kind of combat sport, so she kind of gets her way sometimes because of that. But you know, Rosemary did finally release a statement 24 hours after the event did happen, and I'm gonna read it for you guys here. So on Twitter, we tweeted this out earlier. I don't know how many of you guys saw it. She posted on Twitter saying the following. Let me make this perfectly clear. If you take the liberties with someone's body when they are giving it to you and trusting you to keep them safe, you are not tough. You are an asshole, and you don't belong in this business. Sexy Star decided to do just that this weekend at TripleMania. And while I have remained quiet on social media until I was calm to address the situation, I have now been informed that she is telling people that this is a work. You are all now being informed that Sexy Star is a liar. She was a liar in the locker room, and when she was forced to apologize and instead cooked up some bullshit excuse that she didn't know, and she is a liar now. You know, if you are twerking on someone's arm, you know an armbar is real and it is a dangerous hold. The only reason your face is not broken right now is because a little voice inside my head as I lay on the apron kept repeating, "Don't go to Mexican prison." However, turning to positives, the outreach from the wrestling community has been incredible. I'm overwhelmed with how much love I feel right now from my friends, fans, and people I have yet to meet in this amazing business. We are a family and we protect our own. If you violate that, you are not welcome here. I also want to thank the AAA locker room. Multiple people came up to me saying how sorry and disgusted they were. Thank you Hamada and Shani, who also had to deal with this bullshit from Star during the match. Thank you Vampiro for professionally trying to calm a volatile situation through, as you know, once the excuses started pouring out of Sexy Star's mouth. In lieu of the apology, it was over. Thank you to the amazing GFW locker room, both present there and not. I have so much support from everybody. The talent, crew, office have all reached out to show me that. So apparently, according to Rosemary, Sexy Star is now saying, oh, that wasn't a real armbar. That was supposed to be a worked armbar, and she's not really hurt, and they're playing it up. I don't think they're playing it up. She's really hurt.
Yeah, do you want to hear what Gail Kim said?
Yeah, I think I saw her tweet earlier, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
Disgusting is just one word. We put our lives in each other's hands. So unprofessional. This is how you work yourself out of the business.
Yes.
So chat, I have a question. Is Sexy Star done? Is she done? Tim,
Robert Cathy says Sexy Star is good but reckless in the ring.
She reminds me a little bit of a...
Excuse me.
Bless you. I don't know. I'd say like 2014-ish Brock Lesnar.
No, at least
Brock
knew how to keep his opponent safe. Brock's always been able to, for the most part, Brock's always done things that you wouldn't think would keep your opponent safe, but it does.
Yeah, I really want to know if like after the match, Brock and his opponent talk to each other.
Probably
I really
not.
want to.
Probably not.
I'd fucking run away.
At least according to Dean Ambrose, they don't even talk before the match. Like literally, you saw the Stone Cold podcast, right? With Dean Ambrose, where he said that he had a full match laid out. He went to Brock, and Brock goes, "Don't worry about it. I got this in the ring." And Brock didn't really do much of anything.
Yeah. Honestly, it was kind of dumb. So I'm gonna ask you this,
okay.
And I was asking chat this on Twitch the other day. What's a dream match for you? And chat, tell me some dream matches right now.
Like,
so Tim, what's a dream match
in all of pro wrestling, or like just WWE, just New Japan?
Let's go all of pro wrestling. If you could just put pro wrestling.
So if I had like a WWE 2K17 universe mode with any created real wrestlers and
yes.
Huh. Well.
And chat, I also want to know your guys' dream matches.
Maybe a tough one. I would probably say Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles for one. Like the Cody Rhodes right now.
So you want right now, Cody Rhodes.
Not WWE Cody Rhodes, like Cody Rhodes on the indie scene.
Okay, I'll believe it.
And AJ Styles would be a really good one.
I'm gonna read some of these out in chat real quick. Omega v Styles, Ember Moon v Naomi, Adam Cole v Brock Lesnar,
No.
Omega v Jeff, Asuka v Natalia, AJ Lee and Paige versus Sasha and Bailey.
Ooh, that'd be a good one.
Daniel Bryan versus Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ versus Samoa, Kenny versus
Nick.
Yeah.
You're about to get some major heat. I'm going to tell you
Why?
a story. When Nakamura first came to WWE, I didn't know how to say his name. I said Shinsuke. I got heat and crap in videos that I didn't even say his name on for probably 6 months to a year because I said his name wrong.
Dude, I'm doing it on purpose. It's Shinsuke Nakamura. Chill.
I know.
Nick versus Tim. That'd be a good one.
Do it in 2K17. Create ourselves.
Omega is a young RVD. AJ Styles v Brock Lesnar. Omega versus Rollins. I don't want to see. Nakamura versus Hardy versus Styles. Stardust versus Sabu. Interesting. I wonder who's still thinking about those two. Nick, how dare you?
The Stardust.
I liked Stardust. He was okay.
He was
Shinsuke, dude. Shinsuke. Hey, dude. Everyone's mad.
Told you.
What? Sean's View Entertainment versus Timmy. You should answer call. Do we got any calls?
One just popped up. Let's take it.
Well, Nicoleing, we're going to answer calls.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
I just watched your video about Sami Zayn possibly going to Smackdown.
Going to Raw.
Going to Raw, that's correct. Earlier we were told that Styles might be going to Raw a few months ago. Do you think that's still a possibility?
Now, here's the thing with all this. AJ was supposed to go to Raw with the first Superstar Shakeup. The day of that Superstar Shakeup, Vince McMahon changed his mind and said, never mind, AJ, you're staying on Raw. Hey, Bray, you're going to Raw today. Bray didn't know till day of, so I know he's always said that AJ's a big star and he wants his top stars on Monday Night Raw, but I haven't heard anything since that about him wanting to put AJ over to Raw, and AJ Styles is doing great things for that United States title right now on SmackDown.
Yeah. I think straight up. I think it'd be good for Sammy. I think it'd be good for Sammy.
Oh, yeah, Sammy
Who
going
do you
back.
think he'll get into a feud with?
Say it again?
Who do you think he'll get into a feud with if he goes to Raw?
If he comes to Raw, he could really feud with anyone to start with, but...
Miz.
Damn. I don't know.
You think so?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to see it. I know that I do, but I don't know if I want to see that as his first feud.
I might want to see something with, like, Balor.
I just think Miz would have to win that feud.
Right?
If he's IC champ, he has to win that feud.
Yeah.
Miz is one of the best heels right now.
Ooh, that's a good question for chat. But can I ask you a question, bud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not you, the caller.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah.
How old are you?
13.
Okay, because you actually have some pretty damn good questions that, like, a lot of people, like actual pro wrestling fans, don't really come up with. So I really do appreciate all your calling in and all your talking. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks. Yeah, you watch videos every day. Love this stuff. Keep it up.
For sure. Thanks so much for your call, man.
No problem. Yeah.
Have a good night.
You too.
I've always wondered how old that kid was.
He
He knows his stuff.
True,
He's got some
true.
legit questions. I like people like that. All right, Tim, greatest heel of all time. I say Ric Flair.
Greatest heel of all time?
Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Give me your best Ric Flair woo.
Woo!
That was okay. That was really fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I can compare to that.
Have you ever seen the video from the what was it? I think it was the Indianapolis Colts. They were trying to one of their players were trying to rile him up before the game, and they did the whole Ric Flair thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when he goes, "Give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair," that was great.
I like that. I really do like the Christopher Daniels versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Ooh. PW and all its fans versus all the jabronis out there.
All right, I do got to plug one thing.
Plug
you guys
it.
haven't seen yet, we have opened the PWUnlimitednet, where we are going to post even more pro wrestling news, stuff that's maybe kind of interesting, but not really video worthy, if that makes sense. Like today we posted a video about Seth Rollins talking why they added the Burn It Down to his entrance theme, and little excerpt from that interview. So I posted that up on the website, and there's going to be more things going up on the website. Some things will be only website, some things will be only YouTube, some things will be on both. Excuse me. So just, keep an eye there. Once we do post things on the website, we'll also post the link to those on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. So if you're following us over there, you'll still get notified that, hey, there's a new post up on the website. Go check it out. It's PWUnlimitednet. We just opened, when did we start that? Last Monday, Tuesday?
Oh God, yeah. I think it's been a full. I think it's been a full week.
Almost.
And we've got a lot of stuff up there right now, you guys. And if you guys have, just some spare time, share that out. It'd be, really cool.
I mean, hey, if anybody's interested in writing like a blog piece or a little article or something, hit us up on Twitter or Facebook, and we'll talk to you and see what we can work out. I mean, we were always up to having more people write for the website.
Yeah, for sure. So Vash Starwind says the $1 Million Man, Chris Jericho, The Miz, Flair, Mr. Perfect, and Hulk Hogan make a good heel Hulk Hogan makes a good heel when he's turned around. When he turned around and revealed with Sting. I gotta agree with all of those, man. Those are pretty damn good lists.
You know who I didn't like as a heel?
Tell us.
Steve Austin when he was with Vince McMahon, playing him the guitar and giving Kurt Angle that little cowboy hat.
I thought that was okay.
I mean, it was funny at the time. I mean, I was, 11, 12 when that happened, so I thought it was funny as a kid. But now looking back on it now, I'm just like, wow, that was kind of corny. And I mean, I get why they did it, because eventually Austin turned on Vince and went to the Alliance, but...
The Alliance.
The old invasion.
Bret Hart versus Kurt Angle.
Man.
At Nick the Heel, who do you think is more crazy, Mick Foley or Terry Funk? I'm going to go ahead and say Mick Foley because he headbutted a fucking wooden crate in a promo. Greatest heel of all time is Bret Hart in 97. That's a good one.
Oh, man.
Will Conor McGregor ever come to WWE?
Actually,
Now, this is...
Greatest heel of all time, Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Yeah.
Will Conor... he's screwed over?
Literally probably everyone that's ever fucking crossed him.
Yeah.
Will Conor McGregor ever come to the WWE? This isn't a report. This isn't true. This is just me saying this. So, keep that in mind. I think we will see Conor McGregor in the WWE at some point. I guarantee it. I hope they turn Finn Balor into a heel. He put Balor, not Balor. Balor into a heel. Depends. Muhammad Hassan was a great heel. Dude, honestly,
Well, you know what happened with all that. USA wasn't happy about the gimmick. So they were like, hey, we may not be able to air any more of this guy or you get rid of him. So they said, you're gone.
Dude, Eric Bischoff.
Oh, that's a good one. But let's take a call.
All
right. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hi. Hi. I'm just trying to keep it quiet for a second. With the women's division for Smackdown Live, and Natalia as a champion, Carmella's Miss Money in the Bank, who do you think Natalia's next feud would be with?
I don't think she's gonna. I think Carmella's gonna cash it on her, and I
think it's gonna be Carmella cashing in. Well, I don't know. She may have a feud in between because they can tease since they already did the Baron Corbin thing so fast. They can keep teasing the Carmella thing. Well, I mean, if she's gonna have another feud, it's got to be Naomi because Naomi's still guaranteed her rematch.
Yeah, and if Naomi's done with the rematch, should Charlotte Flair be on it? Or
no, because what's gonna happen is during the rematch, there's gonna be a cash-in, no matter when the rematch is. No, I'm guareteeing it. I'm saying I personally think
predictions.
Bold predictions from me. I think there will be a cash-in at the rematch with Naomi. I think so.
I think that's true.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks so much.
For the call. Have a great night.
You too. Bye.
Why was he being quiet again?
He said he was trying to be quiet for a second. I don't know. David Cantu in the chat says, turn Kurt's son into a heel, slap the crap out of his dad. WrestleMania 34, dad versus son. Actually, we reported this the other day that Kurt has actually pitched that idea because he knows that this angle ain't going well. No pun intended. He knows that the storyline isn't going well, so he suggested you turn Jason Jordan heel, and he will take his WrestleMania match, his first WrestleMania match in I don't even remember how many years, and go against Jason Jordan. Heel Kurt or babyface Kurt Angle, heel Jason Jordan.
Okay.
He's getting a lot of admiration for that, saying, hey, you're such a big star, you can lobby to face anybody you want, and you're willing to take on Jason Jordan? Admirable.
All right, let's put it this way. Do you really want to see Kurt Angle's last match against Shelton Benjamin Jr.? There's your answer, no.
Well, I mean, it'll probably be his last match, but you don't know that.
Dude, the guy's getting up there in age, injuries. I think the next...
but... Yeah. I mean,
okay.
There's a very, very good chance, but you can never say never. I mean, we never thought Goldberg would come back and do 3 matches.
That's true, but I mean, all those matches were a total of, what, 5 minutes?
He was in the Rumble for a while.
Okay, so we've got Daniel 316. Like, we don't call Raw Live, as I'm, like, getting bombarded with chat. So why should SmackDown Live be called SmackDown Live instead of just SmackDown? Has SmackDown always been a taped show until now?
Until they did the draft last year, SmackDown was always taped on Tuesdays and aired on either Thursday or Friday. Always.
There you go.
Until last week. So the whole fact of the thing was, and if you listen to the commentary, like JBL and all them, they'd say live less now, I've realized. I don't know if you realize this, Nick, but they do say SmackDown Live less. They usually just say SmackDown. I mean, they say it when they like go to commercial. We'll be right back with SmackDown Live. SmackDown Live, we're back here. But there's just the fact of, people may not realize that SmackDown's now live. And so that's why they put the live on it at first. Because, like we said, it's always been taped. It was always, we do Raw Live on Monday, you tape SmackDown on Tuesday, and then the wrestlers get, Wednesday, Thursday, some get Friday off, depending on what the schedule was for that week, and you air SmackDown. It originally was on UPN, which I still think they should have broadcast antenna television. You should still have one of your shows on that, because that opens up the audience to people that, especially in this day and age when people don't want to pay for cable. But they have an antenna. When they have an antenna on their TV, you have one of your shows on one of those channels, so you can bring in channels, whatever you want to call it. You have your show on one of those channels, so you can bring in more people that may not see you on cable. I always thought that was a great idea. That's how I found TNA for the first time back in 2002.
Can I throw something at you?
Go for it.
Saturday night's main event was on CBS.
NBC.
Same fucking thing.
Yeah, but
imagine how great that would be to have that again.
That'd be cool, but I'm saying with SmackDown, when it first started on UPN on Thursdays, it was every week on regular TV. You didn't have to have cable to watch it. So, I mean, I thought that was good. And then when UPN merged with WB, they turned it into CW. They were on Friday for a while, and then they went to Sci-Fi. I still don't understand that move, but...
So question at Nick the Heel: could Carmella cash in on Raw as the women's champion? She could. I mean,
no one says she couldn't, but I don't see it happening.
Exactly. Like, no one says that she couldn't, but I mean, why couldn't Baron Corbin cash in on Raw?
Hey, no one said he couldn't.
Exactly.
He just didn't try.
It just guarantees a world title shot. See, they call it a world title.
No, they don't even say that anymore. They just say you win Money in the Bank, you're guaranteed a championship opportunity.
That's what I was going to say. Do you think anyone would ever cash in the Money in the Bank and win, like, the fucking IC title?
Hey, TJP wins that Money in the Bank and goes for Neville's Cruiserweight title.
I absolutely hate him. Tim, take for a second. I'm going to answer a phone call from an emergency real quick, so I'm going to mute myself.
A problem. Well, actually, we'll take a call. Why Nick steps away. Let's take this call here. And caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, Tim. How's it going?
How's it going?
Oh, not too bad. Hey, Nick, good luck to your fantasy football draft on Wednesday. Hope it goes well. So,
what's your question?
My question is, do you think Roman will be facing Miz and at No Mercy, and do you think he'll beat him easily?
Well, here's the thing. I can see it either being Roman and Miz or Roman and John Cena, but the issue is I don't think they should take the title off The Miz if it's going to be, if he's going to go up against Roman Reigns. I just don't see Roman Reigns. Yes, he held the United States Championship last year around, almost around this time. But I don't see them, I wouldn't at least, take that title off of Miz to give to Roman Reigns, who we know is just going to go back up into the main event scene, and then the title's going to get forgot about. Just like
No, because it'll make the title legitimate.
Did it make the U.S. title legitimate last year?
John Cena made the U.S. title legitimate. He was in the main event scene, did he not?
Roman Reigns won the title, and then for like 3 or 4 months challenged Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship, and we forgot that there was a U.S. title.
Did you forget there was a U.S. title when Seth Rollins held both of them?
He held both of them for less than a month.
Still, was it a believable title?
And he defended both titles separately on the same pay-per-view.
I'll allow it.
Reigns carried around like a sack of potatoes.
Right, Roman Reigns carried around like, hey, I'm the champion, but I don't care about this title. I want the Universal title because it's the more prestigious of the titles, I guess you can say. So, no, I don't want Roman, because Roman would have to win the title, and we know Roman's not just going to go be a mid-carder. Like, that's what I didn't like about him hunting the U.S. title last year either.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't, because I heard they were doing Roman as IC champion and Brock Lesnar as Universal Champion at WrestleMania.
No, they talked about putting the IC title on Roman for a little bit earlier this year, and they decided against it. But yeah, they're not gonna do IC champ versus Universal Champion at WrestleMania. I don't see them doing that again. They did it with Hogan Warrior. It's never gonna happen again.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen. Honestly.
Yeah.
Roman did make US legit. Thanks, shit trolls.
Not when he didn't defend it for like 2 months because he was going for Kevin Owens, and then he just randomly lost it on a Raw to Jericho.
All right, I'll believe it.
All right, thanks for taking my call.
All right, thanks for the call. Have a great night.
Thanks for the call, man.
You have to say, Robert Cathy, yes, I did watch NASCAR this week. Unfortunately, the Premier Series, the Cup Series didn't run. It was just the Xfinity Series today.
Greatest feel of all time is Mr. McMahon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. I mean,
it's a good deal.
Behind the scenes and in front of the camera. Who knows how many people he screwed over behind the scenes?
Yeah, God.
How many territories did he shut down back in the day?
Literally all of them. Finn Balor for IC champion.
It wouldn't be bad, especially when they want to slowly build him back up from, coming back from that injury and not just throwing him in there to the world title scene.
I think he should be in the main title scene when Brock Lesnar is like, kind of out of it at that point. At Nick the Heel, all right, so with the IC title not doing so hot in the Miz's hands, what should they do? Change the champion, make it more, I guess. Wait, what? Should they do? Change champion to make it more, I guess, make it more prestigious? I think if you keep bouncing around champions, because who else can you give it to that can make it feel prestigious?
I mean, in all honesty, it's not the Miz's fault. It's the fact that they're not even letting him defend it on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, no. I mean, he literally did not defend it at SummerSlam, which I'm the kind of person that believes that every title should always be defended at every pay-per-view.
I mean, there's some times where maybe you can say, okay, I understand why that title's not being defended. Like, say they have some like super hot feud where it's like Miz and somebody teaming up to take on 2 other people or something, and then it's just bigger than the championship because it's like a super big feud. I can maybe see that sometimes, but when you have nothing for your IC champion, like he's not doing anything but a last-minute Wednesday night edition match, like they threw that match up there. Well, we get the notification Wednesday night, Thursday morning, hey, 6-man tag in the empty arena match.
Yeah, the empty arena was like, God. Yeah, no, that was sad. Jeff Hardy can make it prestigious? No. He will definitely get another singles run, and he'll probably hold the Universal title. For at least
that depends on how long he wants to stick around.
If he's going to be given a world title, he'll fucking stick around. He just can't go to Canada.
I think if he's going to get a world title, it's going to be on Smackdown.
Why did Neville win the Cruiserweight Championship again? Because Akira Tozawa isn't a believable champion.
No,
you need another...
It's not even that. It's that they went to Raw on Monday and Vince said, the plan's Neville, but let's do something that people wouldn't expect for a week. Really, exactly what it is. Vince came to Raw on Monday and said, hey, Neville's going to be our champ for a while, but let's swerve the people and go, hey, we got a new champ. That's one reason he did it. Try and get a pop on Raw, interest in the Cruiserweight title match for SummerSlam, and
I'll believe it.
Something people wouldn't expect.
So we've got Jeff can make an internet title prestigious. That's how freaking awesome he is. Do you think you'll ever get another mid-card title ever again in WWE, or does it go straight to NXT?
I think if they're gonna do another mid-card title, it would be in NXT. I don't think you need another title on the main roster.
I like what Marcus Ryan says. Maybe put the IC title on Joe and give him a long ring. Nicole wants us to answer more calls. Do you have a call tip?
Yeah, we take a call, but that's what I was thinking. You have Joe take on The Miz at No Mercy, and you have Joe take that title.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, guys. So I have a question.
Is this the Natalia Super Fan?
Yes.
I'm terrified already. What is going on, Natalia Super Fan?
First, I want to apologize for cutting you guys off on the last time I called. Yeah, I was at work. I should not have been on the phone at that time.
No, that's a dedication.
Thank you. I try. My question is, I have a couple questions. One, why do you think the WWE didn't make it a bigger deal when Dean Ambrose became a Grand Slam champion?
Because I don't think they know. I don't think Vince knows.
Vince probably didn't even realize it himself.
I think Vince
to be all honest. I mean, Vince
because if you think about it, John Cena's not even a Grand Slam champion. He's never won the Intercontinental title.
Correct.
Which I don't think he'll ever win.
No, and I don't think he's ever going to win either, but do you think it's kind of a slap in the face to Dean saying, hey, like, we don't even pay attention to you?
I think that slap in the face came when he faced Brock Lesnar at Mania.
Yeah, probably.
Good point.
But I don't think they thought Brock was going to go in there and not want to do anything with Dean either.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to yell at Brock Lesnar?
First thing on WWE.com, what elite club has Dean Ambrose joined? The Grand Slam Winners Club.
But they
give him credit.
Really mention it on TV is what I meant.
They just put this article up today, so I don't know if they're going to say something tomorrow, but they list all the Grand Slam champions in WWE, and Dean's on that list.
Yeah, after over a week?
Yeah, still. I mean, I think the fact that they're giving him any sort of credit besides the lunatic fringe is, he should be grateful.
Yeah.
True. Also, I just kind of have a comment to make on Sexy Star, the entire situation.
Right, Sexy Star.
For myself, I've been following wrestling my entire life. I went to my first show when I was 2 years old. I have a ton of respect for this business, and I think when somebody is taking liberties, being like, hey, I want to have my name, she probably did that to have a bigger name, to be like, hey, no one's talking about me. This women's tournament's going on. I'm not involved. I'm angry about it. I think I'm a bigger star than I am. I'm going to make people talk about me. She's doing it in the wrong way. And we've seen this in the past where people will take liberties in the ring and intentionally injure their opponents. Other wrestlers will not want to work with you. They're not going to be like, hey, I'm not going to go into that ring and put my career, my well-being on the line just because you want to make a name for yourself. So I think she kind of just buried her own career in a way.
Well, yeah, kind of like Gail Kim said, she just screwed herself out of the business. I think she's probably going to be done within maybe a year or so. She'll still get the factor of like,
I wouldn't even give her a year because no one's going to want to work with her. They're going to be like, are you going to do this to me next? What are you going to do next? Hurt my leg? Break my neck? Just because you want to be restless? And to me, it's like, okay, if you have problems in the back, you don't bring them into the ring.
Right.
Look at Alexa and Sasha. Yeah, they may not be best friends in the ring or in the back. They may hate each other, but they both have to be professional in the ring because it's their job.
Right. I mean, there's no excuse for what Sexy Star did.
But we'll still see her for as long as Lucha Underground sticks around, which I don't know if they're going to even get a fourth season. She's signed to a multi-season deal with them. So, I mean, she'll still be on there for a while if they keep going after season 3.
Possibly, but...
Do you think they might try and get rid of her, though?
They can try, but she can fight back saying, hey, I'm signed to a multi-season deal. You got no reason to let me go. I didn't do anything wrong in Lucha Underground. If she wants to fight it, you know?
Very true. Okay, thanks, guys.
Not a problem.
Thanks so much for your call.
All right, let's take another one.
She scares me. She knows way too much about wrestling. Why is she calling our show?
She should have her own show. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Don't motivate her. She'll take it over us.
Cedric Alexander ever face Neville for the world for the Cruiserweight Championship, or Enzo, at least?
What?
Can you say that again?
I said, would Cedric Alexander face Neville?
No.
I think eventually you have to put Alexander in there eventually, since he's like the only guy that, you know, sort of has a name, sort of has a following with the fans that hasn't got a title shot.
He hasn't had a title shot yet?
No. Well, because he was out with injury for a long time this year.
That's true. He was
remember,
out.
They started this stuff with Noam Dar and Alicia Fox, Cedric Alexander. He got hurt. They put Rich Swann in that spot for a while. Then he came back. He did like a month with Noam Dar and Alicia Fox, and then now he's just been doing tag matches on 205 Live.
That feud was literal, like, just the worst thing to ever happen to anybody. That Noam Dar feud.
Yeah.
Is caller still there?
You got any other calls or questions?
Nothing.
All right.
I was just going to
All right. Thanks for the call. Have a great night.
All right.
Thanks for calling, my man.
All right, Nick. You told me
Tim.
you had something to say about old Enzo Amore.
Enzo.
Take it away.
I absolutely hate Enzo Amore. I hate the fact that he's an actual human being who bought a $10,000 ringside ticket to that Mayweather-McGregor fight.
May I cut you off for a second?
Yes.
He spent $10,000 on a ticket to go see Mayweather-McGregor. If anybody hasn't seen the response to that Kevin Owens had, Kevin Owens went to the grocery store and bought some chicken breasts, some pre-cooked chicken breasts, for $6.95 and tweets out, "I just made a better decision than Enzo Amore did today."
I'm gonna read something for y'all. Enzo Amore posts on his Instagram, @TheNotoriousMMA. I am gonna have your snot on my Versace shirt tonight when Floyd Mayweather smacks the shit out of you. Laughing emoji. ... And for some reason he put the and symbol. I have a better seat for it than that piece of shit shark cage I was locked in and escaped from Barclays Center over the ring at SummerSlam to watch two 7-footers I have battled, one of which is your opponent tonight, Floyd Mayweather. Had the balls to step in the ring with in front of 74,000 plus. I'm going to stop it right there because, first of all, Enzo's an illiterate fuck. Second of all, what's the point? What's the point of this, man?
You would think he's trying to post on Twitter where he's trying to get as many words in the 140 characters, so he's kind of spelling them wrong, and you know how people.
No, this was on Instagram.
I know
there is no caption.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a Twitter post where people are trying to shorthand write the words or skip a word that you can skip, like an A or a but or something to fit, but there's no need for that on Instagram.
Oh my god, he's just an idiot. What's the point? I love that he's calling out Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor, I can beat your ass. I can beat your ass. The dude can't even beat Big Cass in a street fight. Cass had to get injured. Like, what? I don't get it. I'll never understand it. I guarantee you 6 months or less before he's released.
I mean, there's a chance.
6 months or less. I understand. He's a big merch guy. But with the whole family-oriented stuff that WWE has pointed at, are you going to want the guy who sells a lot of merch but has a lot of parents going, I don't really know if I want my kid wearing that if this person's saying this, or the guy that's going to be wearing the Roman Reigns t-shirt where the worst thing Roman Reigns says is, this is my yard now. And Enzo is just a moron, and he's running himself into the ground, and I don't know, man. I give up on Enzo. I tried to give Enzo the benefit of the doubt with that hot take saying he's gonna be really good on 205 Live, but that was stupid because he's not gonna be anything but dead weight to all of the divisions that he will ever step in.
Very true.
He's an idiot, no matter how much merch he sells.
That's for sure.
Without WWE, he would not be anything that he is today.
Yeah, that's very true. Now he's living in LA. hanging out with all the celebrities and the rappers and whatnot. But
Steve Harvey. I want to hang out with Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey told one of McGregor's friends, "Tell that man, he's a fucking man."
He's a fucking man.
That's what Steve Harvey said. It was Sports Illustrated captured the moment.
At least Enzo won because of that. I think he's talking about the cast thing, but I don't understand what the comment has to do with.
I mean, Enzo
has a career in Brazzers. Probably. Anyone can have a career in Brazzers if you have enough heart.
Do you know who Enzo Amore's girlfriend is?
He has a girlfriend?
Yes. Do you know who she is?
It is a porn star, probably.
It is NXT superstar Liv Morgan.
Gay?
Yes.
No.
Yes. At least it was not too long ago.
Fuck it. I'll believe it. Sure. Why not? I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, I recently found out that Cass and Carmella were a thing.
Oh, they've been a thing for quite a while, like since their NXT days.
Cathy.
That's why Cass sang her theme song at the WrestleMania kickoff party last year.
Robert Cathy says, "My name is Enzo Amore, and I am a certified scrub and a bona fide jackoff, and you can't teach that." All right, let's take some more calls before we end this bad boy.
Yeah, we're going right here.
Yeah.
And let's get it. Yeah, caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, since Enzo's on 205 Live, what would happen to Big Cass? Like when he returned, would it be a push for him, or would it be like he'd be facing Big Show?
He's gonna be the world's biggest face.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be a huge baby face when he comes back.
There's no way that he won't be a baby face.
Right. I mean, Triple H was a huge baby face when he returned from his first quad injury, and he was like the number 2 heel in the whole company when he injured himself.
Who?
Triple H.
So
yeah, I mean, Cass is gonna come back. He's gonna come back sometime in 2018. He's going to do his own thing. He's not gonna be associated with Enzo anymore. He's gonna be a probably babyface at first, like Nick said, and then go from there. But I mean, this was supposed to be the final match in their feud, and then Big Cass was supposed to get a singles push,
which I'm excited for.
But now we have to.
I'm excited to see it. I think something good.
8 to 9 months.
So, would Enzo face Neville at all, or would it be like?
I think that's exactly the way they're looking to go.
Uh-oh.
Because when he debuted, he was like staring him down.
There's no other reason to have Enzo come out when he did on 205 Live if he's not looking to challenge for the championship. No other reason.
So Cedric Alexander would be like facing Neville like later on.
If Neville's the champion, if they don't for some reason say let's put the title on Enzo. I hope they don't do that.
Or would it be like a triple threat match, like at No Mercy, or like?
No, I think it's gonna be 1-on-1. Because they haven't really done anything to establish Cedric as a challenger. It's just that people are expecting him since he's like the next big babyface in that division who hasn't got a title shot.
And my other question is, you think the Shield, would the Shield be like reuniting or
no?
No, it's just gonna be Dean and Seth.
Yeah, it's just gonna be Dean and Seth.
Yeah,
deal with it. Alrighty, thanks for your call, man.
Thanks for the call. Have a great night.
You too.
So yeah, I think Enzo's on the endangered species list.
So, did you hear what WrestleCade said?
I don't think so.
The WrestleCade team has read the online reports, watched the video, and saw both deleted and still posted tweets regarding the incident between Sexy Star and Rosemary at this weekend's TripleMania main event. We now have heard from Rosemary, who said it was obvious to her that Sexy Star tried to intentionally injure her after their match had ended. There is no place for this in professional wrestling, therefore we have made the decision not to bring Sexy Star to WrestleCade this weekend. We are sorry for the fans who were looking forward to meeting her, but we encourage you to read the reports and we hope you'll agree with our decision. Anyone who order a ticket and meet and greet tickets in advance will be receiving refunds ASAP. And that's my last piece on Sexy Star for the rest of the stream, probably for the rest of my life.
Oh yeah, there's nothing really much more to say about the incident.
At Nick the Heel, when is WWE planning on Jinder Mahal losing the WWE Championship? He'll probably drop it to Shinsuke. I'm just gonna say it to piss people off.
I doubt it. He'll probably keep it till Rumble.
Well, I'm not saying he's gonna drop it. Next Tuesday.
They're doing a Hell in a Cell, Nakamura, and Jinder.
Yeah, it might be okay. Question at Nick the Heel: Jason Jordan versus Chad Gable turn heel because Jason Jordan left him. No, I think Jordan's. I think they're gonna stay as far away from each other.
I got something for you.
You got something for me?
You remember when American Alpha first became a team in NXT, and the whole thing was Chad Gable wanted to be Jason Jordan's teammate, but he was a little reluctant.
Yes.
You think they're going to do the same thing with Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable? Chad Gable's all overly excited to be Shelton Benjamin's teammate, and Benjamin's like, well, I just came back, and now they're putting me with this kid that's like way too excited, and then he's eventually going to be like, wow, Gable's good. We can be a good tag team. You think they're going to do the same thing?
I don't know.
By the way, that Shelton was kind of just like, okay, let's try this. Not like, oh yeah, we'll be a good team and this and that. He just stood there, had a smirk on his face, and had the okay, I'll give it a shot kind of thing. Where Gable again was all super excited to be, have a new tag team partner, just like he was when he first started teaming with Jason Jordan in NXT.
I think it's going to be more pitched as like, welp, I'm back. Let's do this. It's going to be a slow grind back. He's going to look like, I think they're going to make it look like he's super choppy at first. Like, oh, maybe he lost a step or two. Oh, maybe this, maybe this, maybe this.
Well, WWE does like to do the thing of, hey, this guy's been gone for this. I don't remember how long he's been gone, but say 6 years. They like to play it up as far as they haven't wrestled in that time. Like they didn't wrestle anywhere else.
Yeah, there's also
I mean, they didn't do it with Kurt, but for a lot of people, when they come back, like Mickie James has been gone from WWE for 7 years, and she hasn't really, we haven't heard her name at all.
Yeah, what do you think Enzo's finisher is going to be? What's his finisher in 2K?
He could still kind of do. I don't know. I can look that up, but he could still kind of do the rocket launcher if he wants.
It's not called the rocket launcher.
Oh, no, it's the boom shakalaka. My bad.
No, it's the bada boom shakalaka, you fucking asshole.
I just think it's dumb.
When pay attention when Michael Cole talks.
Oh, Lord. Let's see.
He's got
Enzo
that sweet Syracuse voice.
Finisher. I'll tell you right now what his finisher is. Googling on air. That's what it's called.
At Nick the Heel, just imagine this. There's a house show in Idaho in September where Jinder defends against Nakamura and loses the title there. How would people react? I don't know why it has to be Idaho specifically and why in September specifically. But Supreme Bree, I think that would be interesting, but not a shock. At Nick the Heel, at Babyface Tim, who do you think is going to end Asuka's undefeated streak when she goes up to Raw? I don't think it's going to end when she goes to Raw. I think she keeps it for another year.
Okay, here's my thing on this.
You have a hot take on this.
A little bit. So I first said that I think Asuka should go to SmackDown because they need another big name female on SmackDown. But now thinking about it, I think Raw is the better move because there's more women on Raw that they haven't done stuff with that can just lose to Asuka. At least on SmackDown, okay, she can beat Lana. What does that really mean? She's not going to beat Tamina because it looks like they're going to try and do something with Tamina. And there's nobody else over there that they can really, have Asuka run through. But Asuka goes to Raw. She can run through Emma. She can run through Dana Brooke. She can run through Mickie James. She can run through Alicia Fox.
Right, Alicia Fox.
There's Alicia Fox. Anyways.
Oh, that was uncomfortable.
There's more women on Raw that she can keep her undefeated streak. She could just keep running through the same 4 women. Feud with Dana Brooke and Emma again, like she did in NXT. Then you move to Mickie James. They've got the thing where Mickie James lost to her in Toronto last year for the title. They don't like to bring up NXT feuds on the main roster, but they've got those 2 right there. Asuka's had a feud with Dana and Emma. Asuka defeated Mickie James in NXT. And then you have Alicia Fox, who she could just go out there and smash in 30 seconds.
Right. When you said Dana, I thought you meant Dana White.
No disrespect to Alicia Fox. And hey, if they really need an extra woman, an extra female to throw to her, you got Summer Rae sitting on the sidelines.
That's true.
Summer Rae is she even drafted to a brand?
I think she's on Raw.
I think so too. There you go.
All right. How many more calls do we have before we want to call this a night?
Take this one right here.
Yeah, let's take this one. Let's take this last one here.
Yeah. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on? Oh, did we lose it?
Damn.
I think we got it.
Okay.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hello?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How's it going?
Hey, all right. So, two quick questions, really fast.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think it was back then. It was like a month ago. I think Tim put up a video and kind of threw this out there. And ever since then, I started thinking about it. But I honestly think superstars that are low in their stock, such as say Ty Dillinger, Dolph Ziggler, and all that, and they just get thrown, say, to NXT, or say just make like an Enzo did with the 205 appearance.
Right.
Do you guys think that their stock would go up even more, and then they could come back to the main roster, or what do you guys think there?
I've been saying for a while, you send Dolph Ziggler down to down to NXT, he can really, rebuild himself down there and be like a huge babyface when he comes back to the main roster. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're going to be doing that. At least not with Dolph. Dolph's got this new "I'm going to complain about everything" gimmick.
His gimmick's going to be every other gimmick on SmackDown. Did you hear his promo?
Yes,
he's like, I'm going to have a lady escort me to the ring. I'm going to wear robes. I'm going to do this, and basically naming every single gimmick that's ever been on SmackDown in the history of SmackDown.
He's going to come out next week with a guitar, wearing a Bobby Roode robe, spinning on Bobby Roode's little pedestal thing, trying to sing like Aiden English, all at the same time.
Finally, the spotlight is on me.
On
right,
Mr. Zigglewiggle.
No, Dolphin Zigglepuss. Anyway, what's up, caller?
Yeah. I liked it better when he was at Show Off. For me, I think that worked perfectly for him, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, the other one, I think, I don't know, since the whole superstar shakeup is possibly happening, I don't know. Personally, I think it'll be a perfect little curveball if they threw Aleister Black into the main roster. That's just me.
He is a name that has been talked about.
Yeah, I just think he'll make pretty good matches wherever he goes. I mean, if he goes to SmackDown, he could be facing Shinsuke, AJ, and then on Raw, you could race him with, say, start him off with Finn Balor or Elias Santon and work your way up there,
Right.
But I just think he's got so much talent.
Aleister Black does weigh exactly 205.
Which is
No,
I wouldn't do it either, but
yeah, I think, but personally, I think Raw would more likely suit his type. I'm
Probably.
just saying, yeah. But thanks, guys, for taking my call.
Not a problem. Have a great night.
All right, you guys. So,
one thing.
Go ahead.
I do have a list here that I've got names that have been talked about to come up soon on the main roster. We got Bobby Roode, and we know we're getting Asuka. Other names that have been thrown around: Peyton Royce and Billie Kay coming up
with Ziggler. I like it.
Coming up together as the iconic duo.
With Ziggler, I like it.
The authors of Pain have been talked about, but it's not as likely.
Yeah, no.
Aleister Black, Hideo Itami, and Ember Moon are all names that have been thrown around in NXT over the last month.
Not yet with Ember Moon. You're going to take like your second biggest female on that roster out.
Well, I don't think Ember Moon anymore that Asuka's coming, but if Asuka wasn't, then I would say Ember Moon for sure.
Yeah, no, for sure. I see it.
But not if Asuka's coming. Like, you need somebody of name value in that women's division. Like, no offense, but
as soon as Bayley left, it was fucked.
Not necessarily, because they still
Asuka wasn't the megastar that she was yet.
True.
She was big, but she just wasn't big.
Well, because it's also the fact that back then they weren't talking about her being undefeated.
Exactly.
They had said that she won a lot, but they weren't saying, "Oh, Asuka's undefeated X amount of days." Not until she creeped up on the Goldberg record.
Goldberg, right? Yeah, I see it happening. I mean, there's a lot of possible names. There's a lot of possibilities.
I mean, Hideo Itami, they had big plans for him when he first came in, and he just kept getting injured. I mean, if you remember, he was in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal WrestleMania 31. And that was supposed to be like his introduction to the main roster, and then by the end of that year, he was supposed to be up. And then he got hurt, like, what was it, a couple months later? Had to have 2 surgeries, out for over a year.
Right.
And then Riddick Moss almost killed him like a month after when he came back. Dumped him on his head. I think it was Riddick. It was either Riddick Moss or Tito Sabatelli. One of the two. I think it was Riddick Moss.
I fucking hate both of them. It's okay.
Yeah, they're not doing anything with those guys. They got them on the tours and everything. They tour around the country with NXT, but I don't even know if they're going to ever come to TV.
Yeah. Well, Tim?
Yeah, I think that's going to do it for this weekend edition of the Pro Wrestling Unlimited podcast here on YouTube.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, remember, check out PWUnlimitednet right there in the top corner. You can find us on Facebook at you just go to Facebook and search Pro Wrestling Unlimited or Pro Wrestling ULTD.
Right.
Instagram, Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and Twitter, PW Unlimited. And remember, you are already here on YouTube, so if you haven't already, if you're new, click that subscribe button. Definitely subscribe.
Make sure you turn that notification bell on, because I'm still getting messages on Twitter. Hey, how come I'm not getting notifications when your videos go live? It's not my fault. It's YouTube.
Yeah, it's definitely YouTube's fault, not our fault, I promise. Be sure to check out PWUnlimitednet, because there's a lot of news stories that you guys may not know about. And you never know. Supreme Bree, have a great night, guys. Derek says bye, top guys. Let's have another guys' night Tuesday night. Maybe
as far as what, game night? Do you mean game night?
Damn, game night. When do you want to do game night, Tim?
I don't know. When do you want to do it? Anytime works for me, really. Most days.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, dude. Tuesday's night, game night.
We'll ponder that.
Because here's the thing.
Okay.
Where would you go? Where would we want them to watch it?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I say here.
Okay.
Why? I don't know why we whispered that.
You did. I didn't.
I know.
Well, anyways.
Thank you guys so much for watching tonight. Sorry, Tim. Go ahead.
Thanks for the calls. Thanks for everybody in the chat. Had a good stream tonight. The chat was very lively, like they've been. I know when we first started doing these live streams, it was a little bit of a chat wasn't going too much. But now that we've been doing these live streams more consistently, more, what did I start this about a year ago going live with pay-per-views, and then we started doing more throughout the week. But yeah, I appreciate everybody who does show up. Especially you guys on the the East Coast of the United States, and people outside of the United States who it's like in the middle of the night and you're still up listening to me and Nick ramble on about professional wrestling.
Ramble on.
I mean, I really appreciate all that. Everybody that supports us, subscribes to the channel, watches our videos, shares our videos, because that's the best thing you can do is watch the video and share the video, because and like the video, because the more YouTube sees the interaction, more YouTube sees that you guys like the content, the higher up they're gonna position our videos when someone searches, or even when they're on their homepage. So again, that's one of the best things you can do to support us. Is just watch the videos, like the videos, comment, and share. It all helps us out tremendously.
Tremendously,
whatever the word is.
So I'm going to be honest. One thing that I like to do whenever I have free time, if I'm out walking, doing nothing, on my phone, at work, I just like to read comments. And you guys have some great comments on these videos. Keep that shit up.
For sure.
Because I love reading that kind of stuff. I absolutely adore just like the whispers of Nick. I absolutely love just like hearing what you guys have to say. I love the calls. I love the chat interaction. So thank you guys once again for another successful podcast on a weekend edition. Maybe the Sunday night thing will be a full-time thing.
I mean, it's going to be at least once or twice a month because pay-per-views.
Hell yeah, boy. All right, guys.
And one last thing. If you do ever want to contact us, the worst way to do it would be through YouTube, because YouTube doesn't tell us when we have messages or anything. But if you do want to contact us, the best way would be Twitter and then email. The email is PWUnlimited@gmail.com. That would be like the second best. The best way, though, is Twitter, because for some reason when we get messages on Twitter, at PWUnlimited, we always get those notifications right away.
Yeah, for sure. So be sure, guys, if you ever... Can we get a channel Discord?
I've made one in the past. I just never really promoted it because I didn't know if anyone was interested.
We'll tweet out the channel Discord tomorrow during the day.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah. That'd be cool, because I'll pop in there every once in a while when I'm doing nothing and just talk to people.
Yeah, I know I tweeted it out when we first started, and that no one joined, so I was like, okay. I wasn't, I had heard what Discord was, so I was like, hey, let's give it a shot. I don't know if anyone's
Podcast is too
interested.
short. It's an hour and 30, dog. It's about the normal length of a podcast. Because one thing we don't want to do is like talk so much that we run out of shit to talk about next week.
Too, and I know a lot of people watch this on their YouTube app, and they don't want to be stuck in their YouTube app for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours.
Can't listen to it on SoundCloud anymore, can we?
Well, I don't know if SoundCloud's being. We'll figure something out.
We'll figure out a platform to bring this on, and hopefully pretty soon bring it to iTunes.
Right.
But for tonight, ladies and gentlemen,
that's gonna do it.
Thank you to everybody tuning in. You can find me on Twitter at PWU_Armstrong, and you can also find me in my house. The address is 123 Sesame Street,
California.
We're
both in California. But yeah, you can find me at Timmy Buddy. You can find Pro Wrestling Unlimited at PWUnlimited on Twitter. We're also on Instagram. We're also on Facebook. So yeah, we're around on social media. Just hit us up.
So thank you guys so much, and we will see you guys on Wednesday with another edition of PW Live.
Have a great night, guys.
Have a mediocre night, guys.